hello. Hey, Instagram. Hello. Hello, YouTube. Hello. Thank y'all for y'all patience. Listen, we in the late afternoon, okay? And Georgia is shining bright. It's hot. I done spent a whole lot of time on the outside. So I'm trying to get my words together and come on and present to y'all. Thank y'all for y'all patience. Hello, welcome. Happy Self-Care Saturday. Listen, so glad to be here with you. I just received a newer download from the Lord. I had a message that I was coming on to share. I had not put everything in place or, had everything in writing fully. And then I had a session. This morning. And baby, when I tell you that session has remixed the whole message that I am going to share with you on today, y'all see the title. That was not my original title. This is the last weekend in the month of June. And so I had planned to close out the month talking about, we've been talking about all the month of June for the most part, talking about mental health awareness for men. And so I had a message that I was going to talk to the wives about their husbands as we close out Mental Health Awareness Month for the month of June. But baby, after I had my session this morning, God done gave me a whole nother message, okay? He done gave me a whole nother message. And I just sat in the car when I came back, and typed everything up. So I wanted to come on and share with you on today. Yeah. What y'all got going on today? How y'all taking care of yourselves? What you got going on? Like I mentioned, this is the last weekend in the month of June. Y'all know I have been working on the I Am Deborah summer school course started on last Sunday. And it has been amazing. Come on, like for the ones who sign up, like shout out to y'all. Y'all are amazing. And so that is going to run us throughout the remaining month of July. And then I have another project that I'm supposed to be working on with a coach sometime also in July. And so today is probably going to be my last full teaching until, maybe like the beginning of August or sometime in August, just to kind of give myself a little break and give myself some time to work on other things. But as always, I want to encourage you to sign up for your marriage, your wife consultation, or to sign up and start working with me if you want to start to heal in the areas of your marriage and you have some questions and some concerns. I never get tired of telling wives to make sure that you are taking care of yourselves, make sure that you are being obedient, make sure that you are going after the things of the Lord, even if your husband is like, I don't want to go no counseling, I don't want to do anything. Listen, that's why God gave y'all a Coach T, because I will see you, even if your spouse does not want to necessarily get the help. And so a lot of times wives are hindered, on their journey and feel like they need their husbands with them in order for them to start getting the proper help. And that is not true. So I want to encourage you to go to my website to sign up, www.marriagechroniclesbytanika.com. If you are not subscribed to my email list, I want to encourage you to do that as well. Every week, I do send out a weekly email sharing about what God said, just giving a download of what God is saying, speaking some encouragement to get you through your weeks, through your months. So if you're not subscribed, I want to encourage you to get on my email list to get subscribed. Also, for my ones here on YouTube, come on, Jesus. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, I want to encourage you to subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and get connected. Y'all already on here. So that way, when I do pop in, because I will still be popping in over the month. I just won't be doing no long, drawn out messages like I have been for the month of July. I'm going to just, we're going to take a break. But I still would be popping in. So if you're not subscribed, listen, God speaks to me all throughout the day. And sometimes he'll give me a word or a message. And I like to just pop in and just, come in and share that with you. I think recently, I had just shared a message on, was it Thursday? When God said, tell the people don't check out. Like, don't check out. I need them to check in. And so every now and then, during my devotion time, during my study time, God will, give me a word, and that is what I will be sharing and popping up, and sharing with you in the month of July, as I take a little bit of a mental break, as I get through the I Am Deborah course, and I work on this new project, like I mentioned, with another coach called Lee. All right, and I will keep y'all updated with that as well. So, on that note, Jesus be a fence on today. Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome for the ones who may not know me. My name is Coach T. And I am a mental health wife coach and marriage consultant. Y'all probably said, Coach T, that was a whole lot. That was a whole lot of drawn out information that you gave. I want to be intentional about sharing that. Just so if you happen to share this message or share this video with someone, I want people to know who I am, what I do, who I coach. I am a wife coach who coach wives who are in the middle of a marital hardship, and they're dealing with a mental health, challenge. They're dealing with a mental health, challenge in their marriage, whether that is adultery, abandonment, addiction, mental and emotional distress has taken place, and they're trying to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing about my marriage. Is God asking? All right, I just had a phone call. I thought I put that on every single time. I'm telling you, every single time when I try to go live this late in the afternoon, this phone is going to ring. And it doesn't matter if I put it on Do Not Disturb. They're going to still push through. So I have been trying to be very, very intentional about sharing my information and what I do as a coach. And so I work with wives. Who are going through a marital challenge. And I help them to navigate, overcome some of those obstacles, help them to, reflect, deflect, help them to kind of like see what it is and where are they on their journey and what God is calling them to. But more than anything, I help that wife to personally and spiritually develop into a better, healthier her, so she can be who God is calling her to be, even in that unhealthy marriage. All right. So hello, welcome. Listen, because they're gonna start calling. They're gonna start calling. My phone gonna start ringing. I was telling my client this morning. She was asking like, Coach T, I might can't do my session at this time. Can we move? I'm like, listen, anything before 12 o'clock, because anything after 12 o'clock, we walking into dangerous lanes. Right? We walking into dangerous lane. Coach, she had a fire on her before 12 o'clock, honey, because my husband will start calling, my family will start calling, my other son start calling, my son here got stuff going. Listen, anything before 12 o'clock, because the oil is on me, before 12 o'clock. It might drip off a little bit after 12. I'm playing. I'm playing, but baby, the oil might drip off a little bit after 12. So I be trying to tell, get me before 12 o'clock while the fire is burning, while the oil is hot. Come on, Jesus. I be trying to tell you, like, get me during that time. Okay, anything after 12 is we messing, we might not be on holy ground no more. Okay. So catch me while I'm hot, praise Jesus. Listen. Y'all see that title? Don't want to hold you long. Hope that y'all have something planned for yourselves on today, that you're doing something special. Going outside, like I said, Georgia done gave us a little bit of sun. The heat is out there. All right. I done had a whole concert. Okay. I done had a whole concert in my car because I've been up too early for somebody to be up on a Saturday, Jesus. But my car was the priority this weekend. And so I had to go. Y'all know how that is, going in services and trying to get your car in. They had some kind of recall thing going on. It was a lot. So I had to do that in the middle of trying to, do my session, checking in with, family. Saturdays is a busy day. Y'all know I told y'all maybe a video ago that I'm in this new season called Balance. And I'm trying to, prioritize what need to be prioritized and make sure that I'm checking off my list and going, making sure that I'm checking in with ones that they don't feel neglected. That's a call I just got. I got to call that person back because I ain't talked to them in a couple of weeks. And so been really, really busy. So that's why I was like, I probably need to take a little break just for a little bit so I can enjoy a little bit of my summer and make sure that I am walking in obedience and doing the work of the Lord effectively. All right. So listen, put some respect. All right. Put some respect on my marriage covenant. This download was not my original message. It was not. I had a whole nother message planned for you on today. But baby, after speaking to my client and hearing from God, I said, we gonna have to talk about this. Now y'all know I get real hyper. real excited, real passionate about this topic. Y'all already know I've made some videos like this before where I'll talk about, the marriage covenant and, outsiders and people trying to come from the marriage covenant. I don't really, I really kind of get a little bit different, all right, when it comes down to this topic. So forgive me in advance. Forgive me in advance if I get passionate, if the shades fall off, if y'all start seeing little stuff, going through the phones. Forgive me in advance. It's just my passion coming out because, baby, this is an area that God just don't play with. And listen, I am all here for it. Now, I want to lead with this. Y'all out of order. Y'all are out of order, people. All right? You're out of order. For the ones who are coming in between a husband and a wife, doing a marriage, in their family business, what's going on in their households, if you are coming in between that, y'all out of order. All right? I'm going to just lead with that. We're going to start from there. Y'all are out of order. And God is not okay with this. Okay? And God is not okay with this. Transparency. I'm gonna hit you with the transparency early on because I got a lot of information I want to share in a little bit of time because I gotta take my son to work by 1:30. So we pushing for time. I can remember a time when I felt like I was the other woman. Like what? I can remember a time being married to my husband when I felt like I was the other woman. Right? I can even remember dreams that I had where I see myself walking around and, seeing different things. And it felt like, man, I'm interrupting this man's life, or I'm interrupting what he got going on, or man, this man got a whole nother life going on over here. And I'm an interruption into that, right? I can remember when I felt like I was the other woman and I am the wife, okay? Have been for the last 20 years. My husband had put everyone and everything before me, before our household, our sons, what was going on here. And so we was like the back burner. Like we was like on the back burner. And that was a problem. Okay. I felt like I had to sneak around to like be with him, to get some of his time. I remember tiptoeing, over when he was in the guest room, and we couldn't do certain things in front of the kids because it would look weird because the kids was not used to us being a certain way, and the kids was not used to seeing us being like a husband and wife. And so it felt really strange. It felt really weird, and I felt like I was the outsider. I felt like I was on the outside of this. I had experienced moments where, like I said, I feel like I was holding him back, or I was like, okay, if you get a phone call, do you need to take that call? Do I need to excuse myself? You're like, I can be in the bed laying up with my husband and his phone vibrating, or somebody calling him, and it's clearly looking at the time, it ain't no guy that's calling, So I'm like, man, dang, am I interrupting what you got going on? I'm sneaking over here with you in our house, like we sneaking off to a hotel, but we in our house. Come on, Jesus. Yet and still, it didn't feel like he was my husband. It didn't feel like I was his wife. It felt like I was the other person. And that is a big no-no. The devil is a liar. Come on, Jesus. The devil is a liar. Now, I have never been that one who throws my weight around and screaming the title, I'm the wife. Some women will kind of like throw around that title, and they will make it be very, very known that I am the wife. I ain't never been that verbal in that sense when it came down to that, because I am the wife. Like, I ain't gotta say it for me to be it. You know, I already knew that I was the wife, but I was not being treated fairly, and I was not being treated like I was the wife. But there was a time when I did feel like that, right? I felt like I was the leftovers. I was the second choice, the second option. I was way, 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 way back, and everybody else was up front. There was a time I felt like that. Everybody else was the main course, and I was just, a second thought. And these are conversations that, I have had with my husband over the years, and we have talked about this in detail. And I have expressed to him how these things have made me feel. All right. But you have to understand and know that is not of God. Come on, Jesus. That is not of God. That is a whole violation in itself in the eyes of the Lord. All right. In the words, I don't know if y'all been keeping up with, Brandy and Monica, two of my favorite artists. But they on a tour now. Y'all know they on that The Boy Is Mine's tour. And what felt in my spirit today is, honey, that boy is mine. And he ain't no boy. He a whole man. But that's my husband, okay? He's mine, all right? He's mine. You may have had him once, but I've had him all the time. Come on, Jesus. He's mine. And that's another whole group of people who were singing that song. That's way back when I was in high school. He's mine. You may have had him once, but I had him all the time. Who's that group? I can't remember who that group was. But baby, the boy is mine, all right? The man is mine. He's mine. He's mine. That is my husband. He's mine. He's always been mine. You may have had him once, but I've had him all the time. And I don't mean to come on and say that in like an arrogant way or a boastful way or like, I got it all together way. But baby, that's covenant's way. Come on, Jesus. That is covenant's way. And I have fought the good fight. Come on, Jesus. I have walked this thing out. I have fought to be here in this position. And so therefore I can speak about it. He's mine. He's mine. He's mine. I'm going to need you to put some respect on my marriage covenant. Okay? I'm going to need you to put some respect on my marriage covenant. So I thought today I will go over the marital vows, and then I want to also share some ways that outsiders can mind their positions, okay? I want to just kind of go over a few things so that people can understand and know their place moving forward, so people can know and understand their place where you are now in this place and season in your life. People can understand that place because God is not okay. God is not okay with this out of orderness. Okay, God is not okay. I know what society has made it look like. I know what the world's view may look like. I know what other people may say. Or we in a different times. That's old school. People don't do stuff like that. Men got wives and girlfriends and baby mamas as if that's okay. You say that as if God is pleased with that. You say that as if God is all right with that. Right? And there are, come on, Jesus, there are a few of us who have stood in the gap, who have stood in this place, who have made it very, very, very known that I am here to say, and unless God has told me otherwise, or unless God has told me differently, I am here. And that's a lot of times what people don't understand and get, okay? I ain't just here because I'm just stupid, or I'm just taking this, or I'm just going through this, or no. God built me for this. Come on, Jesus. God protected me in this. Come on, Jesus. God has been carrying me through this. Come on. God has put my handprint, my footsteps on this. Come on, Jesus. God has walked me through this. Yea, though I walk through the shadows, do I walk through the shadows of death, I will feel no evil. I ain't just got here. I ain't just here because, this and that and the other. No. I had 1,001 reasons to walk away and leave. But God, come on, but God. People ask me all the time, but nobody but God. God did it. God? What? God? What? God, ain't nobody but God. I'm going to need you to put some respect on my marriage covenant, okay? I'm not just here. I have fought the fight, all right? I necessarily won the race. We didn't win the war, but baby, I am still here, and the only reason I am still here is because of God's sovereignness. I am still here, and I'm still in the building because of God. I am here because of God, and I'm gonna need you to put some respect on my covenant. Okay? On my marriage covenant. Now, this is a book I read. It's actually from my sister's church. It's a really good book. Her pastor, who used to be my pastor a long time ago when I used to live in Florida, says, what you say when you say I do. What you say when you say I do. And this is just a reminder. This is a reminder to husbands and wives of what you say when you take that vow. Right? What you are actually saying when you take that vow and you say I do. And so you can get this book actually on Amazon. Derek Triplett, what you say when you say I do. All right. Good book. So let's jump into the marital vows. Let's just jump into the marital vows. And I want to share this for the people in the back. Okay, for the people in the way back, and for the ones who are unaware of the marital vows. All right, I want to share this with them on today. Marital vows are not just some fancy pretty words, poetic, making promises, saying these little cutesy things. Oh, it's cutesy. Oh, that's very cutesy, very demure. No, baby. It is a covenant declaration. It is a covenant declaration. Whether that declaration is traditional, whether it's personalized, however you wrote your vows up, those vows carry weight, carry meaning, and spiritually, they carry weight and they have a responsibility as well. And God holds you up to it. God holds you up to it. So, I want to give you kind of like a little bit of the breakdown of the marital vows. To have and to hold from this day forward. Let's start there. To have and to hold from this day forward. Now, if you go to this book, he goes into detail about, I take thee, I take you as my wife, this and that. He goes into, great detail of what it means when you're saying you are taking a person in. That means you are saying, I am going to be responsible. I am going to be responsible, and I'm going to uphold and upkeep the role of what I'm supposed to be doing as your wife. And then the man, he does the same thing as a husband. And so this is why I want to, recommend this book. But we're going to start with to have and to hold. This is about the physical, emotional, and spiritual intimacy. All right. It signifies exclusively that you now belong to one another in a way that is scarce and protected. And I said I wanted to make sure that I'm saying this word right, because y'all know I'll mess up a word. I will mess up a word. And so I purposely said I wanted to I purposely wanted to say it the right way. So let me pull it up. Nope, that's not what I'm supposed to do, Tanika. I done gave y'all the whole commercial. Sacred. All right. So I wanted to make sure that I emphasize that part. I wanted to make sure that I'm saying that part. I was saying that part correctly. I didn't want to be okay. I didn't want to be saying it wrong, right? And so when you are saying to have and to hold, you have to understand that is a sacred place. You are saying that you now belong to one another in a way that is sacred and protected. All right. Sacred and protected. 1 Corinthians 7:4 says, the wife does not have authority over her own body, but yields it to her husband. In the same way, the husband does not have authority over his own body, but yields it to his wife. One thing God is going to do, he going to protect his word. Come on, Jesus. Because a lot of times people say, well, the marital vows are not in the Bible, but it's going to align with God's word. It's going to align with God's word. All right. And so to have and to hold comes from 1 Corinthians 7:4. All right. The second part, from this day forward. This vow marks the beginning of a new covenant timeline. When you say I do, you are saying from this day forward, from right here, I am saying I am vowing to do these things. We are starting brand new right here. We're starting brand new from this place. From this moment on, you are committed. This is not just emotional. This is not just an emotional type of thing, but this is a decision. You are making a decision to be committed. Genesis 2:24 says, therefore, a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife. Some other Bible verses say should cleave to his wife, and they should become one flesh. That's a decision. that is a commitment. That is you saying, I am making a decision to do this with you. I am making a decision to do this with you. All right. Third, for better or worse. For better or worse. Y'all know that I am a wedding officiant, right? And I do premarital counseling with some of the couples, especially for the ones, if I married you, you have to do premarital counseling with me. And so, baby, when I take them through this and I walk them through this, baby, you should see some of their faces. You should see how they be looking. They be like, for real? Like, for real? Then you have on the other side that people are like, okay. They have no idea what they're signing up for. So it's either they like, I don't know about that. Or they be like, okay, no idea. For better or for worse, you're pledging love that doesn't change with circumstances. You're pledging love that doesn't change with circumstances. Whether in joy or hardship, health or sickness, prosperity or struggle, you stay. And this is one of the reasons why I try to always emphasize to wives about the importance of them getting over the emotional part of what they may be going through in a marriage, right? You have to deal with the emotional part of what you're going through your marriage, because if you get stuck there in that place, you're not going to be able to get up, pick yourself up, and move on to what God wants you to do next. A lot of people, and the Bible gives you permission to do so. But a lot of people feel like as soon as adultery or infidelity has taken place in a marriage, baby, that's it. It's over because the Bible says so. Baby, that is it. It is over because the Bible says so, right? Many times, people who are going through financial problems or going through financial, hardship in their marriage, baby, they like, I did not sign up for this, but you did. Baby, I did not sign up for this, but you did, right? When you said for better or for worse, you have signed up for whatever comes with this, right? Whatever comes with this, as God gives you the grace to do so. Whatever comes with this, as God gives you the grace to do so. Because there are some times and seasons where God will say, keep going, keep pushing, keep going, keep pushing, keep going, keep pushing. And then it may come a time in the season when the Lord be like, cut. It's time for you to cut it. It's time for a change. It's time for something different. God may tell you to take a break. Go focus on yourself. Go be by yourself, right? Might be times when God say, nope, leave that joker right there where he is, and you go do what you got to do for you and your children. Leave him right there in that space, and you got to be in tune with God always when it comes down to your marriage. And this is why I cannot emphasize enough. Stop going and consulting with people, with men, even your pastors, okay? You need to go and consult with the Lord. All right. You need to go and consult with the Lord. And I have a 30-day strategy that you can purchase that tells you the steps and things that you need to do if you're in the middle of a hardship and you're trying to figure out what I need to be doing. Contact Tanika, Coach T, at www.marriagechronicles.tanika.com. I can send you over that download and give you the specific instructions that you need to do, a strategy that you need to follow through so you can hear from God and know what your next steps are. All right. The next thing. Okay, so I'm sorry, let me give you the scripture. You're pledging your love that doesn't change with circumstances, whether in joy or hardship, health or sickness, prosperity or struggle, right? You stay. Romans 12:10. Be devoted to one another in love. Honor one another above yourself. Okay? This is one right here. This is a trip one, right? For richer or for poor. For richer or for poor. Money doesn't determine the depth of your commitment. Money doesn't determine the depth of your commitment. Whether you're thriving or rebuilding, love remains. A lot of people be like, baby, you broke? You don't got no more money? I mean, you like empty out the whole account, everything gone, the savings, the whole savings is gone. You done spent your whole 401k? No, I ain't gonna be able to do it. I ain't gonna be able to do it. And a lot of times, right after infidelity and adultery, the second reason a lot of people get divorced or no longer together anymore is because financial reasons. It's because of the finance. They cannot handle that. They done came from a background where daddy done took care of them. Daddy done let them get whatever they want. They lived a certain type of lifestyle. They used to buy what they want to buy. And now we over here on the struggle bus. I ain't used to that. I ain't used to that, right? My husband, when I was used to struggle, right? We grew up in the struggle. So struggle for me was like a second language. It was like, oh, we'll get over it. We'll get by. I knew how to stretch 15 cents and make it $1, honey, right? But my husband, he wasn't used to that. He was used to having money. He was used to getting up and going. He was used to vacationing. He was used to traveling. He wasn't used to being broke. He wasn't used to having a bad day. So he went in shock. I'm telling you, he went in shock. He was like, no. He started pulling money from everywhere, taking money out of the accounts that we had joined together. Baby, that thing had took him for a loop. He wasn't not used to that, right? He was not used to that. But me, on the other hand, I grew up that way. My mama had 7 kids, honey. We was on the struggle bus for a long time, and we knew how to make it work. And it was some of the most best times in our life, right? It was some of the most best times in our life. Now, am I recommending that you be poor? Absolutely not. I'm not recommending that. But what I'm saying is sometimes seasons change, right? Seasons change. And my husband and I, we came from having an apartment where, I think we paid less than $600 for the apartment. So now we have a whole mortgage. We done jumped from $500-$600. Like we done doubled that and paying a mortgage now. And now we got to get groceries. And now kids got field trips and they got stuff that you got to do. And now the car done broke down. So we got to buy another car. So now we got a car note now. Baby, Mrs. C was like, no, I ain't doing this. I am not doing this. Okay. Philippians 4:12 said, I know how to live on almost nothing or with everything. You got to know how to balance that thing out, right? You got to know how to balance that thing out. The next one, in sickness and in health. This part reflects selfless care. You're committed to stand by your spouse's side when it's hard, inconvenience, or long time. AKA, this is long suffering in action. All right. It's not necessarily always a physical illness because people think my spouse is sick and it's a physical illness. A lot of times what I try to express to wives is when your husband is in a delusional stage, when he's in a delusional place, he is sick in his mind. Right? He is sick in his mind. And even in times and spaces like that, God is asking you to still be patient with him. God is asking you to still stand by his side. God is asking you to still love on him. God is asking you to still show up for him, right? And what I'm telling you, it's nothing like being sick in your mind. A physical sickness is one thing. You can see it, you can deal with it, you can do these type of things, but a delusional place, a mind sickness, baby, that thing can go all kinds of which ways. That thing can stretch, that thing can last. You don't know, how to really give it like a medicine to treat it. You don't really know what you need to do to kind of like treat this situation, right? When you're dealing with a mind sickness, or your spouse is dealing with a mind sickness, baby, that thing can take you another place, right? It can take you another place. Galatians 6:2 says, carry each other's burdens. Carry each other's burdens, all right? Because that's exactly, in a sense, what you are doing. Okay, the next part, to love and to cherish. Love is more than a feeling. I know this have not been always taught this way. I think it's just now coming up where we are learning that love is not just a feeling. It is not just a feeling. It is so much more than a feeling. I can love you with a feeling, one way, but then there's another time when I don't feel like I love you. That feeling ain't there, but I'm still here because I love you, right? So love is more than a feeling. It's active. It's active. Cherish means to value deeply, honor consistently, and never take each other for granted, right? A lot of times, this is where the Bible verse comes in that, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. Come on, Jesus, and receives favor from the Lord, right? You have to know that you are a gem. You have to know that you are valuable. You have to know what your worth is. You have to know what you bring to the table, all right? So in this place, to love and to cherish, to not take advantage of the gem that you have, to not take advantage of that diamond that you have, to not take advantage of those things. Till death do us part. To death. I'm sorry. I didn't read the Bible verse for to love and to cherish. Ephesians chapter 5 verses 28 to 29 says, "He who loves his wife loves himself. No one ever hated his own body, but feeds and cares for it." Right? So if you love your wife, you love your wife, you love yourself. If you love yourself, then you can love your wife, and vice versa. Okay. The next one, till death do us part. Covenant is a lifelong thing. Point blank, period. It's a lifelong commitment. You are choosing to be there. You are choosing to be there for a lifetime. That's why I always say people don't go down to the altar and plan to divorce, right? Life happens. Outside stuff happen. Spiritual activities take place. But you don't marry to go to the altar and say, oh, okay, but in a couple more months, I'm going, I'm making a decision to pill on out. No, that's not a decision that you're making. You're making a decision to say, I want to do this forever. No backup plans, no escape routes, all right? That's why, and I know everybody may have their own personal opinion about, the prenup or whatever type of thing. People may have their own opinion about that, but to me, in my own personal opinion, a prenup says I am planning. There's a possibility that I may plan to do life without you, right? I may plan to not do these things, right? And so that's why you want to make sure that you are walking with God and you're doing things God's way when you are going into the marital covenant. You stay there through every season into your final breath. That is what marriage covenant is all about. Malachi 2:16 says, "For the Lord God of Israel says that he hates divorce." Right? Marital vows are a covenant language, not contract terms. It is a covenant language, not contract term. You have made a covenant, not a contract. They're not made based on conditions, but on commitment, powered by love and sustained by God. You need God in order to do this thing called marriage, right? You need God to do this. This isn't just a relationship. It is a divine agreement. It is sealed by God, upheld by love, and guarded by honor. Vows are real and they are honored by God. Matthew 19:6, I know it's my favorite Bible verse. What God has joined together, let no one dare. I like this verse. Let no one dare to separate. You have to get to a place when it is covenant over culture, covenant over family, covenant over jobs, money, outsiders, other children, covenant over all that, all right? The marriage covenant is honorable among all. Hebrews 13:4 says. The covenant isn't casual, it's scarce. And so I wanted to go into detail about what that means. What does it mean to be scarce, right? We see all the time in the Bible when it talks about something being holy and separated and set apart. So scarce is to be set apart. It means chosen or dedicated for God's use or purpose. It's not common or ordinary or to be handled casually, okay? It's worth deep respect and honor. When something is scarce, it demands reverence. It demands respect. Come on, Jesus. It is treated with care, seriousness, not mockery, not misuse or dishonor. Too many people casually play with the marital covenant. You these casually. And one of the things I am just so driven by, like people getting a full understanding of what it means to be married, what it means to be a husband, what it means to be a wife. Because a lot of times it's just casually because the world has made it look like that. The world has made it seem like that. Yet, one thing is for certain. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot of people. It's more people that want and desire to be married than ones who don't. And so I love what Hebrews said, that marriage is still honorable among all. It is still honorable. When people see you in a covenant, it is a certain type of respect. It is a certain type of reverence that is withheld there. I'm not here to downplay single and singleness and people in a single season. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that marriage does carry a certain type of respect, right? Spiritual significance. To call something scarce means it holds spiritual weight. Your marriage holds spiritual weight. It carries eternal value and reflects a divine truth, presence or promise. All right. So in simpler terms, scarce means holy, set apart, deeply reverent. Right? Marriage is a covenant, a covenant before God. All right, Hebrews 13:4. It is honorable among many. Your marriage is a reflection of Christ and his church, marked by faithfulness, sacrifice, and purpose. It deserves respect, not ridicule, protection, not interference, right? Marriage is holy. Covenant is weight. It's a weight to that, right? It ain't something that you just kind of like just playing with. That it's a weight, and you need to put some respect on it. Put some respect on my marriage covenant. God doesn't play about the covenant, right? He does not play about the covenant. From Genesis to Revelation, he shows us that when he makes a promise, he keeps it. Covenant is scarce, it's binding, and eternal in his eyes. Whether it's covenant with Abraham, his people, or the marriage covenant, he honors it, he protects it, and he expects us to do the same thing. So don't come for what God has covered. He's a covenant keeping God, and he defends what he has established. Deuteronomy 7:9 says, know therefore that the Lord your God is God. He is a faithful God, keeping his covenant of love to 1,000 generations. Taking someone out of their marriage is a big no-no. And I'm going to have to hurry up because I got to get ready and go. All right, taking someone out of their marriage emotionally, mentally, physically, or spiritually to support your own need, desire, or whatever it is, whatever it is a major violation of covenant in God's order. When you pull someone away from their responsibilities, protection, and unity of their covenant, you are interfering with covenant, and God is not okay with it. You're disturbing, come on, Jesus, divine order. Stop telling spouses to do what makes them happy. Family, y'all got to stop telling them that. Stop doing that. Y'all are in violation. Y'all are in violation. You're playing with fire. Don't make them feel guilty for putting their spouse and their families first. That's biblical, not betrayal. You are no longer first. Come on, Jesus. The wife and that child is first, okay? Don't become the emotional or spiritual replacement of their partnership, right? This right here is causing a lot of people physical pain, financial hardship, error, problems on their own, on their jobs, problems in their homes, problems with their families, problems in their workplaces. And some people are even dying because of their interruption in somebody else's covenant. People are losing their life because you are coming between a man and a woman. You are coming between what God has joined together. Don't offer a safe place to run away from accountability. Oh, you can come over here and say to me, son. Oh, you can come over here and say, oh, you don't got to deal with that. You don't got to deal with that nagging. You come over here and say, you better stay out of them people marriages. You are not their spouse. You never, and especially for the ones who've never been married themselves, yet they have so much to say and so much, advice to give, and you ain't never been married yourself, okay? You're giving this person advice, and you don't even know the beginning of what a marriage means. You better be careful. You better be careful, all right? God don't play about the covenants, okay? He does not play about this, all right? Remove yourself from these people's covenant immediately before God brings his wrath on you. Marriage is not just love. It's faithfulness. It's sacrifice. It's his design. God designed marriage. He created it. He's the owner of it. Therefore, he's sovereign over what gets to happen in it. And there's nothing you can do about it, family and outside people. Mind your own lane. Get out of people's marriages. Come on, Jesus. Stop trying to insert yourself into somebody else's marriage. Oh, that's my brother. Oh, that's my cousin. Oh, that's my son. Oh, he gonna do this for me. He gonna do that for me. Oh, this is a culture thing. Get your own, okay? Get out of this man's marriage. Get out of his household. Get out of his pockets. Get out of it. You have to get your own and get out of this man's marriage, especially if you don't know who that man is married to and the relationship that person may have with the Lord. Man, put some respect on my marriage covenant. All right? Put some respect on my marriage covenant. If your version of support causes separation, it is not support. That's a sabotage. All right? And listen, y'all have heard my story plenty of times before. I done talked about this. It's not support. If you telling your spouse, if you telling your loved one, your family member to leave his wife and kid, if you're telling them I'm not gonna help you unless you leave that person, baby, woe on to you. woe on to you. If you tell my husband to not share things with me or not to tell me certain things, don't have sex with her, I need you to, I'm giving you a strategy on how you to, disconnect from her and become emotional stonewalling her and all this kind of stuff. Baby, woe on to you. Okay? Woe on to you. If you're telling him not to help me with the household responsibilities and he's giving the love and affection and money to you on the outside and he ain't taking care of home and he ain't doing what he's supposed to be here, woe unto you. In the Bible, it's a pronunciation of judgment and condemnation. God said, therefore, what I have joined together, let no one separate. You're going to separate what God has put together? Impossible. Impossible. If God be for me, come on, Jesus, who can be against me? If God be for me, then who can be against me? What he's doing in this hour is sparing you. Hear me when I say this, outside people. If he has not dealt with you yet, this is the warning. he is sparing you. Things can get real ugly for you really, really fast. You better fall back. And you have been warned. You better fall back. And you have been warned. So, let me quickly give you 10 ways you can put some respect on my marriage covenant. All right? Put some respect on this marriage covenant over here. All right? Number 1, honor the union as scarce. SACRED. Recognize that marriage is not just a relationship. It is a covenant before God. Treat it with reverence, respect, not casual, but treat it with respect. Marriage should be respected. Number 2, keep out of marital conflicts, aka mind your business. Mind your business. If you're gonna offer support, don't be interfering. Don't be inserting yourself into a marital conflict and you have not consulted the Lord. If you have not consulted the Lord, I don't care if it's your sister, if it's your cousin, if it's your niece, if it's your child, you don't insert yourself into nobody else's marriage and put your mouth, your lips, your tongue on somebody else's marriage and you have not consulted the Lord. Even if you're being asked to, you say, I got to pray about it and see what the Lord say. All right. I got to see what if God even want me to have a say in this situation. All right. Number 3, siding with your family member or siding with, with that person's spouse. Okay. Don't put one spouse against the other. A lot of times family members do not see how they cause division in areas and places like this to side with that person. I think I share it all the time. There's 3 sides to every story. There's her side, there's his side, and there's the truth. And the Godfather and Son, Godfather, Son, and Holy Ghost have seen and heard all of it, all right? And so this is why it's so important that you involve and consult the Lord before speaking on somebody's marriage, all right? You do not want to involve without consulting God or without getting permission. Division should not be your portion. Number 4, don't forget that you are married. You are not, don't forget, I'm sorry, that they are married. If you was first before mama, sister, you're not first, not daughter, on a, adult daughter, you are no longer first no more. Okay? He's married now. So that the relationship has changed. It has shifted. You are no longer first mama. You are no longer first daughter. You are no longer first sister. You are no longer first auntie. He's married now. Okay? He's married. All right. So you need to know your place. Priorities and boundaries. Don't drop by unannounced. Don't be trying to demand access to him. Don't be expecting certain things from him. He was a priority before, you ain't a priority now, and you shouldn't be. Okay. Marriage shifts priorities. And that's what you call a healthy marriage. Marriage shifts priorities. All right. Number 5. Watch your mouth. I tell people this all the time. Watch your mouth. Keep their business private. Don't be out here talking about people marriage. Oh, and they did this and they did this. Watch your mouth. Watch what you say about someone else's marriage, especially you talking negative about them. That thing has a way of backfiring on you. You got to remember, nothing is hidden from the Lord, and you can be casually talking about them and mess around, and trial and tribulations come hunting you down. Okay? you spreading details, assumptions, disrespect. You bring on unnecessary strain and trial into your life, your family life, your children's life, people closest to you. Be careful. You have been warned. Number 6, say something nice or don't say nothing at all. When asked, so what you think about that? My wife been doing this and that, da 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 da. What you think about that? If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all. Use wisdom. Words carry weight. Words carry weight. Use your words to encourage, not to criticize or sow doubt. Let no corrupt word proceed out of your mouth. Ephesians 4:29. Be careful. Be careful. Number 7, family. Stay in your own lane. Stay in your own lane even if you don't agree with them. Stay in your own lane even if you're not in agreement with what they got going on in their marriage. Understand that a spouse has a different and divinely prioritized role. And what you may see on the outside, on the surface, may not be the full story. So mind your business. Stay in your own lane. Keep your mouth off of these people because you don't know. God don't play by his covenant. He don't play about his covenant. Number 8, pray for them, not pray against them. P-R-E-Y. Pray, P-R-A-Y, not pray. All right? Intercede with love, not judgment. Pray God's strengthens their unit, wisdom, and give them wisdom and communication. Pray that God blesses their union and keeps his hands of protection around them. Listen, you have to understand, marriage is a heavy weight. And it comes with a lot of responsibilities. And you have to also understand and know the enemy does not get tired of trying to tear that marriage apart. So they don't need nobody extra on the outside adding to what they already got to deal just being married. They don't need nobody else on the outside inserting, asking for, wanting a hand out. Can you send me this? Can you do this for me? No. If that person, who that person is married to, is doing these things for you, and that person that's married to them is praying, baby, woe unto you. Get your hands out of that man's pocket. Get your words out of that man's ear. Get out of their household. Even if he wants to shit, don't get yourself involved. Right? Do not get yourself involved. Put some respect on my marriage covenant. You don't have the right to speak on my marriage, and people better be careful. They better be careful. You asking your brother, oh, can you send me this money, this and that, and he sending you money, and he ain't talk to his wife about that. Oh, that's my son. He gonna send this is what we do in our culture. This is a culture thing, and he ain't discuss that with his wife. It's gonna crash in Jesus' name. It's going to shut down in Jesus' name. Y'all out of order. Y'all are out of order. If he was a single person, he living his single life, that's one thing. And let me just add this part. It don't matter what he's saying. Oh, well, me and them ain't cool right now. Me and them ain't in a relationship. Me and them ain't rocking right now. Me and them ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not friends with them. I'm doing my own thing. I'm seeing somebody else, this, that, and the other. You better use wisdom for yourself. Even if he is out of line, even if he is out of order, even if he is doing things wrong, you do not come in agreement with her. Oh, he ain't even saying that with her. Oh, they separated. Oh, they ain't even. But not you, you and him and the new girlfriend hanging out, and he's still married to her. Baby, you better be careful. You better be careful. All right. Number 9, don't encourage secrets or division. If you are a friend or a relative, don't become the confidant for the things the spouse should know. Transparency builds, right? Not divides. Secrets divide, right? Secrets divide. So don't you be encouraging. You might want to go ahead and leave that person. You might want to go ahead and separate. Man, y'all might as well just go ahead and get a divorce. Y'all ain't living together anyways. You out here doing what you want to do anyways. Y'all might as well just go ahead and go. Y'all don't put your mouth on that. Don't you come in agreement with that. Don't you be coming in alignment with that foolery. That man gonna mess around and get you in trouble. Sis, your girlfriend gonna mess around and get you in trouble. Don't you do that. No, that's between y'all. Whatever God tell you to do, girl, you do what God tell you to do. That's gonna be your best response. Okay? That's gonna be your best response. And number 10. Uphold the marriage in respect in your presence. Avoid inappropriate jokes. Don't be doing all that. You got these outside women flirting with people, husband. You know this man married. You know this. You are fully aware that this man is married, but you flirt with him. You rubbing on his back. You at work with him. Oh, this my work husband. Lies, girl. Lies. All right. You inviting them to activities and you ain't inviting the wife. If you calling him, but is your wife around? Can you talk right now? Is it okay? Is it safe for me to call right now? Come on now. All right. You doing all this disrespect stuff in their marriage and you devouring their marriage. You better be careful. Be a safe place, not a stumbling block. If you know that this spouse is not cool, if you know that the spouse is not cool or okay with the thing, don't come in between a husband and a wife. Do not do that. I used to have situations all the time where, they would come and they would fly my husband out. And it was like, yo, well, this is culture. This is what we do. Da, 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 da. Baby, culture or not, once this person comes into covenant with this person, they got to get okay from that other person. The other person, they need to be in agreement with that. And even if they are on bad terms or they are in a bad place, then they still, if you are in that house with that person, that's one thing. If you're on the outside, that's one thing. But if you are still in that house with that person, you still laying up with that person, you still in the bed with that person, or even if you're across the hall from that person, you don't just get to do whatever you want to. We are still married. I am still your wife. You are still my husband. And because that is the case, you don't get to just do what you want to do. People better be careful. They better be careful about messing around and coming in between a husband and wife and coming in between covenant. You better put some respect on these marriages because God is getting ready to do something. He is not pleased. People have gotten so comfortable with infidelity, with adulterous relationships, with having outside kids from the other woman. People have gotten so comfortable with this, and God is like, I am going to do something. Oh, it's normal for you to have a girlfriend, a wife, in a baby mama, in a trick over here, and somebody, your side trick over here, your side girl over here. It's like a normal thing. Oh, married people don't have sex no more. Lies. Married people don't get on. All they do is argue. Lies. Married people just, they just there together. They're paying the bills together, and that's all they do. They just a boring couple. Lies. That is not your portion. God is not putting you in no marital covenant for you to sit there and just be going through the motions. I encourage you, wife, keep praying for your marriage. Keep being obedient to what God has called you to do in your marriage. Keep stewarding your marriage with the utmost respect. Keep stewarding your marriage and doing right by your marriage, okay? Because in due season, come on, Jesus. Hey, in due season, God will have the final say. Not people, not man, not the outside woman, not your cousin them, your sister them, your mama them. God will have the final say. Come on! God will have the final say. And ain't nothing nobody else can do about it because he is the creator. He is the designer. He is sovereign over it, right? So many people thinking, oh, that I'm in control. I'm in control. That man is in control. God, what God has joined together, let not man separate. And y'all better get a revelation. Y'all better get a revelation about that. Get a revelation. Ask God, Lord, give me a revelation about my marriage. Give me the revelation about the direction that you want my marriage to go. Give me a revelation. Y'all got to agree with it. You don't have to be in support of it. All right? You don't have to be in support of it. But you better put some respect on my marriage covenant. Because if you don't, the God that I serve, my Heavenly Father, when I go in prayer on behalf of my marriage, He gonna send fire, thunder, smoke, vapor. You better get your mouth off of my marriage and put some respect on it. Listen, wife, if you are in a season and you are in a place where you are ready to start working on yourself and getting yourself healthy, and you are still seeking out the things of the Lord concerning your marriage, and you are still saying, you know, I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing. My husband kind of went astray. I'm just kind of here. I want to encourage you to sign up for your wife consultation on today. All right. You can do so. You can do so at www.marriagechroniclesbytanika.com. Just because y'all might see our Coach T popping in on Saturdays and being on here for a whole hour, don't mean I'm not working. I am always working in the background, honey. So you sign up and begin to do the necessary work. Don't let nobody tell you what God can't do when it comes down to your marriage. They better put some respect on your marriage covenant. All right? Be encouraged. God will have the final say of what take place in your marriage. All right? So, in the meantime, y'all go enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday. Listen, I love y'all. Like I said, I'll be popping in. If you're not connected with me, get connected with me through my email. Get connected with me on YouTube. Get connected with me where you will be able to still keep up with what's going on with Buoyancy Wife Coaching. I want to encourage y'all to stay connected. Y'all enjoy yourselves. Do something nice for yourselves. Do something nice for yourself during the summertime and get healed in this season. All right? I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Blessings.